So majorly, if we will say the cloud, so basically now like on the or I can say the version which I have worked for the Fusion, it is like Oracle Cloud 19C. I have worked to this version I have worked, and in Fusion like things has start from the R13. Previously it is like platform, like completely platform as a service. It is not an not, we can say it is a complete cloud thing when Fusion started, or when the Fusion thing started to roll out. And but with time now the Oracle is providing like a very good cloud services. They are having many good modules like product information management system, accounting hub. So they have changed a lot from Oracle EBS to Oracle Fusion. Now I will just give an overview of the Oracle Fusion modules, like what are the different Oracle Fusion modules are, and so I will classify them on the basis of the operation that the organization is having. So first we will say like what are the different operation the any business can have. Okay, let's say this these are the thing. So the business activities can be classified. First of all, it is the human which is working. So human, for that from the client side, the department is the HR department. Okay, so here the Oracle Fusion have SCM module. Okay, human capital management module. Likewise, we are having purchasing. So they have their purchasing module, inventory management, operations, sales. In their financial activities, they can be classified as like the budget team, cash operation, for an example, receivable and payables, like that. So for their entire operation, in Oracle ERP, we are having the general ledger, and for sorry, cash operation, we are having the cash management module. We are having account payables and account receivables, like that. So this is the we can see the modules of the Oracle EBS or Oracle Fusion. Human capital, purchasing module, inventory module is there. In Oracle Fusion, we come across one more like a new term, product information management system. So whatever the items which the organization is purchasing or selling, they define this thing from the product information management system module. They have a like a centralized location, we can say, within the Oracle Fusion. They define or they create the items. They create the item related characteristic from the product information management system. And inventory, like for the different inventory operations, like management of the stores. In within the store, we are having locators. I mean to say, like we will come across this thing. Maybe this terms will if when we are dealing with the inventory management part in our course in the future, we will see like what are these locators, what are these racks, how we can assign the controls, and so all of these things are under the inventory management. In sales, we can say the order management part. So in Oracle Fusion, there is a very what I can say for different orders which are coming from the different sources. So the management of this sales order is a difficult task. So Oracle has come up with a unique solution which is called Oracle Order Orchestra. Okay, which is basically which brings like different sales order from different ERP sources or from different sources, channelize them, and provide a unique channel with one-to-one mapping, so that the tracking of an order up to its completion can be tracked easily. Okay, so this is in the order management. Then we are having general ledger, cash management, account payables, account receivables, fixed asset. So majority of these modules are like that. Okay, now if we will say for any organization, can I give the introduction of the this MVC model, and how exactly the UI a database interact? Short information is needed because you are already
What
working
is MVC?
this model controller and view, MCV, or I can say.
Okay.
So will I bring this information?
Sure.
So basically, if we will say for any application or for any organization, their main thing is there is the data. And with advent of the this ERP as an product, the major task or the major operation, the customer or the organization wants to record the data from the different sources or from the different departments. Later on, they think like whatever the data we are having, we should have some kind of UI so that we can have this report which we can see and this reports can be generated using the data which already we are having in the database. Okay, so we can say for any of the product or any of the tool, in general we have a model, a view, and a controller. For any of the application, we can divide the application into these three parts: the model one, the view, and the controller. So what is exactly this model is? This model we can say database, the data which is storing, how the application is have its own logic or the algorithm which is managing the data. Okay, so if I will say the database, so in Oracle as an product, whether it is the EBS or whether it is Fusion, the Oracle database or the architecture of the Oracle database is divided into schemas. Okay, so these schemas are within the database. These are, we can say, these are the like we are having in the hard disk, we are having different partitions, but the actual hard disk is a single physical identity, we can say. But within that this physical hard drive or hard disk, we are having different partition, and in that partition we can, like with our own sake of understanding or with our own understanding, we can classify the data and store it. Okay, so likewise Oracle have its own Oracle schemas, and in this schemas we can say, like for example, if we are containing, or this database is containing the information of the general ledger, so there is a general ledger schema, and with that schema the packages related with the packages, I mean to say, it is basically SQL PLSQL term, and this packages is having the code which is written, which is interacting with the database and doing the in and out operation within the database, we can say. Okay, so this packages is the pack of different procedures function together for performing some specific action. So the database related objects are in the packages, and these packages are inside the schemas. Okay, with that we are having the tables and the other database objects, like there would be many things like triggers, events, sequences, and so on. So this all reside under the schema of the database. And if we are saying it is specific to general ledger, so all the general ledger specific database objects or the application objects remain inside the schema of the GL. Likewise, we are having different schemas. We can say for purchase, for the purchasing, we are having PO schema. For inventory, we are having the inventory schema, and so on. Okay, now let's say like within the schema, the packages, the tables, the procedures, the functions all have a specific, or we can say a unique name. Okay, which helps the coder and the database also to uniquely identify the different database objects. Okay, for example, if we will say GL balances is the table which is consisting of different balances of the chart of account, we can say. Okay, all these tables related with GLs will have a unique, we can say the naming will start from GL, for an example. Likewise, for purchase, or for the purchase, we are having this POPR headers. All say, like I'm not able to uniquely identify the name, but like for example, POPR headers is the table for the purchase requisition. Okay, it's the header level. And likewise, we are having the tables for different schemas. Every table or every application object or database object have a unique naming convention within that schema. Okay, up to here, like any doubt? Now I will come up to the view part. So basically, view is the user interface that user is interacting with. In Oracle EBS, we do have the forms, Oracle forms. I guess you are familiar with that.
Yeah, I've worked a little bit with that.
Oracle forms, like simply we are having the UI. Like I had this Excel UI in front of us. So this is the user interface, and within the user interface we are having different buttons for which user is interacting, and my system is taking these actions and giving me the result or the expected result. Okay, so the user interface is the interface from where the user is interacting with the system and performing its task. And with that we can say the whatever the user is taking the action, this action is taken up by the controller, and this controller and then decide whether it is a read or write operation. And with that, it will follow and do the task. If it is need to manage or do the activities with the database, for example, if it is a read task, like user is interacting on the form or on the page, and it is giving something to fetch the information from the database. Let's say if user is searching the already created or already existing purchase order. So when user will give a search or will enter some button or click some button which will fetch all the purchase order records, so this information from the user interface will be cascaded or forwarded to controller will have the actual logic or algorithm for doing the operation. So what it will do, it will fetch the information or it will fetch the command from the user interface or the view. It will process the data or the process the logic. And if I have given the example of the search, so what it will do, it will then access the database, or it will like pass the command to the database that the so and so purchase order information is need to be fetched from the database. Again, this information come back to the controller, and then it is shown or it is shown on the screen on the user interface.